You can.
Intro?
Yeah, go. Take a second. Just say welcome. Welcome, viewers,
All right, here we go.
Australia-wide and
Yeah.
international.
All right, what's going on? Welcome back to episode 1.
Welcome back to episode 1, the
Half
first
Lives
episode.
podcast. My name is Cody. I'm here with my good mate, comrade, best rig on the northern beaches, some might say, Zander Russell.
Stop it.
How are you, mate?
All right, pretty good. Pretty good. In need of this beer.
Should we open it?
Yeah. How are you? What's going on?
Good, mate. I got vaxxed up yesterday.
You got vaxxed.
Got vaxxed up.
Tell me
Got the Astra.
Yeah.
A few of the boys in my group.
Cheers, by the way.
Cheers.
Sorry for interrupting.
That's all right. It's cheers.
Watch out over the mixer.
Bit of ASMR and me drinking my beer.
Yeah.
I got vaxxed up yesterday. A few of the boys in my group, a bit of carry on from them.
About getting vaxxed.
Oh yeah, like day after, like, oh, I'm so sick. Like,
Yeah, right.
can't get up.
Yeah.
Headache.
Bit of high
body
school
ache.
when you get your shots in high school.
Yeah, carry on. And like one of my good mates once told me, like, if you think you're hungover, of course you're gonna be hungover.
Yeah.
So I just tried to apply that mentality to
Right.
getting vaxxed.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? I was just like, I'm not gonna get sick.
Like placebo sickness.
Placebo.
I actually got that.
Yeah,
to be
yeah.
fair. I actually got placebo. Like you saying that makes sense because that's what happened to me. Because I got the shot, Pfizer Gold, and then
Flex.
and then shout out mum, and then I felt it felt a bit weird, and I was like, oh, that's. Am I imagining actually feeling weird, or
Okay.
do I just, or is my body genuinely having a bit of a reaction?
Right.
But I could still. It's not like I was like sick. I could still go out and do things. And I felt completely normal. But there was this weird feeling of, I'm sick. Oh, I feel weird.
But you weren't sure if it was just you actually feeling sick.
I was
or-
making it up.
Yeah, exactly.
I was telling porkies to myself.
Well, that's why I said to you, let's record tomorrow, because I thought like the day after my vaccine, the way these idiots were carrying on,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, fuck, I could be sent like
Yeah.
the day after.
I think the second one. There's a fair bit of like myth around it. Like everyone's like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah,
the second
dude.
one, man. Oh, the second one will get you.
Literally, you hear different things from everyone.
I'm waiting. My second one's next week.
Yeah,
So I'm keen to have that, and I'll be fully vaxxed.
yeah, dude.
I'll be part of the.
You won't be
Be
part of the problem
movement.
anymore.
No,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Forward thinker. Well,
Yeah.
like I've kind of like now I'm like, if we come out at the end of September,
Yeah.
or if Gladys is like, look, if you're fully vaxxed, you can go to the gym,
Yeah.
you can go to the pub. I want to be vaxxed.
Oh yeah.
Like put it in my
Oh
body.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Like tie me
I
up,
think,
Gladys.
I think that's a good
Put the
motivation
jab
for
in
a
my
lot
arm.
of. Yeah. I think that should just be enough to motivate a lot of people.
For sure.
Or I'm gonna just say, if you're just like you can't go to the pub with the lads,
I agree.
and have a beer, have a punt. Enough blokes are just gonna go. All right.
That's what I'm
Jokes
saying.
aside,
Yeah.
faults aside,
I-
I've got to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Fully.
the blokes that won't get it, you don't want them there.
No. And then they're gonna like when they're gonna be stuck at home or not allowed into the pub.
And you'll be grateful because you don't want them there. They seem like shit blokes.
What if one of your mates is like an anti-vaxxer though? Do you have any anti-vaxxer mates?
They're in hiding if they are because they know
Okay.
that no one wants.
Closet anti-vaxxers.
Yeah, they don't know. They don't.
Maybe
wanna
that'll
come
be a
out.
thing. Like friendship groups will fall apart when we're allowed back into
They
the
probably
pub.
have, to be honest.
Do you reckon?
Oh, fallen apart already. Or you mean when they go to?
I'm just no. I'm like
Oh,
I'm talking in hyperbole, but I'm
Oh,
just
okay.
saying like all the closet anti-vaxxers will come out when
Yeah.
you're not allowed back in the pub. You know what I mean?
okay. Yeah, kind of.
So like say start of September,
Yeah.
fully vaxxed people can go to the pub.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, Zander, you coming to the pub tonight?
No, I'm an anti-vaxxer.
Yeah.
Right. Oh,
You
okay.
can't get let in because you're not fully vaxxed.
Yeah, no,
You with me?
Show some people up.
Yeah, exactly.
Show who's doing the right thing and who's not.
Well, look, I don't want to
It's me.
flex.
But I'm doing the right thing.
Flexing my progressive thinking mindset.
I'm just a good guy.
Do with that what you will. We would like to introduce a dribble button at some point to the podcast, just in
Yeah.
case
Could
it
have
gets
been
a
used
little bit
there
out.
a couple times.
No, not yet. It has to
Aw.
be. I think just when it starts, if someone starts say
Tangent.
something a bit red hot,
Tangent.
dribble button.
Yeah.
What do you reckon the sound should be?
The one. A goodbye.
Yeah. What's that commentator's name? Warren Smith? Is it Warren Smith?
I think so. It's not Vossi.
No, it's not Vossi.
No, I do like Vossi. Vossi's been growing on me a lot on the commentary.
I love Vossi.
Vossi's great.
I think Vossi.
He used to do the rugby league games on like PS2
Yep.
and stuff.
There's a new one coming out. Have you seen it? I've seen
No?
a few of the players talking about it and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, and I saw a thing on Instagram. It was like the player ratings for certain players.
Yeah.
I should have sent it to you. I thought I did. Maybe
I
not.
thought I did see the fullbacks one, but I thought it was just like them.
No.
G'ing it up
That was just like fullbacks in
the game.
the game. He was like doing. It was that same guy. It was that Clarkey bloke. He was
Yeah.
doing ratings for like if they were in a rugby league game. And Tom was
Oh.
like 97 rated.
Yeah, fair
Tedesco was like 95.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I thought I saw AJ Brimson at like an 87 rated playing, like an 87 rated player. I thought that was a bit high for him.
Do you reckon?
Like
He's
80
Queens,
eight-
mate, he was best player on ground in
One
Queen
game.
fullback last
one
year.
game.
Well,
He's
still.
He's good. No, don't get me wrong. I like him.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's 87.
No. Well, look, we're on rugby league already.
Yeah.
It's been 4 minutes.
Yeah.
We'll circle back.
Has only been 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Time flies when you're having
Has
fun.
it? That's been a while. It's been 6. So the other day I was gonna bring it up to you about Batman. I was talking to the boys the other night about it. It's a bit of a controversial opinion. I understand I'm in the minority, and by no means am I slagging any of the Batman movies. They're like probably my favorite trilogy. Some of my favorite movies of all time.
Oh, you're just talking about the Nolan ones.
I'm talking about the Christian Bale ones.
Yeah.
But I will say, I do think that The Dark Knight, the one with the Joker,
Here we go.
I don't think it's in the top 2 of the trilogy.
Oh,
I think it's my least favorite one.
ridiculous.
I think it's just people get a bit caught up in the Heath Ledger like Joker hype. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Look, I usually would like this kind of thing because there's some things where I'm like, people just like it for the sake
Yep.
of liking it.
Mhm.
Because it's popular to like it.
Yep, that's what I think it is.
But I don't agree in this instance.
Okay.
I don't. The second one, he makes that movie so good.
He
And
does.
And like, I actually saw it on Instagram the other day. There was all these scenes popped up where it was him, and you swipe through, and I was like, wow, made me want to watch it again
He's good.
for the fucking 14th time.
Yeah, literally. Well, I just watched them again last week, as I said,
Mm.
because I brought this up, and the boys were like, "You're crazy." So I rewatched them to make sure.
Yeah.
And I stand by it. I love the first one, dude. The first one's so
Batman
underrated.
Begins is
yeah,
so
it's
good.
so underrated.
Definitely, the first two are the best. Excuse yourself.
Excuse me.
The first two are the best, and then the third one, although I still like it, but it's not as good as the other two.
I reckon the third one's so good, dude.
No, they're all good.
I watched the other day. Fell in love with Anne Hathaway again.
Oh,
a little bit.
Here we go.
Shout out Anne Hathaway, friend of the show.
If you're listening, always welcome.
Yeah. Come in.
Come in,
for
have
an
a chat.
interview.
Come in, have a chat.
Do you reckon she'd get around it?
Come on the podcast.
I feel like Anne knows her rugby league.
I reckon she knows her league. She knows her sports. Her general pub chat would be pretty good. I reckon.
Think she likes a beer?
Yeah.
What do you reckon her drinking choice is?
I don't know. Maybe maybe she's like a cider. I reckon she'd be a cider.
You reckon?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she'd rip in.
Rip and tear.
She'd rip in.
Please come in, Anne. But yeah, the last one's it's good.
Yeah, I just like Bane in it. I like the
Yeah,
voice
he's good,
he
isn't
does.
he? What's
in
that actor called? Is it Tom,
Tom
Hardy?
Hardy.
Yeah, he's good.
it. He's linked to every movie role ever.
I have a thing, and it's a bit the same with music. I was talking about this with someone the other day. Like, if I'm going to watch a movie, I almost am scared. I know you're not like this at all, but I'm just saying when I go to watch a movie, I'd almost rather watch a movie that I've watched before that I know is good,
Right.
rather than risk it on a movie that I haven't seen that
Yeah.
I might not enjoy.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
I know what you're talking about.
Because I haven't seen many movies. I'm not a big movie guy in general.
No,
My dad and mum were getting up with me the other day saying I need to watch Pulp Fiction because I haven't seen it.
you haven't seen Pulp
I
Fiction.
haven't seen Pulp Fiction.
Such a good movie.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is that Harrison Ford or is he in? Is that,
No,
What's
no.
that other sci-fi movie with Harrison Ford in it?
That's Blade Runner.
Okay.
Harrison Ford's not in Pulp Fiction.
Okay. Is Pulp Fiction sci-fi as well? I know nothing
No,
about it.
no. It's
Okay.
like I think the genre is actually called like neo noir, like crime noir or something. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
I don't know how to say it, but it's spelled
The French word
Yeah,
N-O-I-R.
N-O, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't quote me on the say how you say
The
that.
pronunciation.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a good movie. Watch it. Best picture, one best picture, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
And best writing, best original screenplay.
Yeah, right.
I think that year.
You have to invite me over.
Revived revived John Travolta's career.
Did it?
Yeah.
What year is it?
Mm,
Early 90s?
Late 90s, or early 2000s. I don't know the year, but
Okay.
you definitely got. It's one to watch.
I'll put it on the list.
It's kind of like it's a movie you can't watch in parts. Like
Mm.
when you sit down to watch that, like a lot of Tarantino movies, to be fair,
Mm.
you can't just half watch it.
Okay.
You got to
I don't know. Would I have seen any of his? What's his main couple movies?
main
Quentin
movies. Have you seen
Tarantino?
Django Unchained?
No.
Inglourious Bastards.
No.
Reservoir Dogs. Any of the Kill Bills.
No. I might not have watched one, dude.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
No.
That was good. I like that.
You watched that with your family the other day, didn't
Yeah,
you?
yeah,
right.
that
Was
was
that
good.
your pick?
That was my pick.
Was that when Joey was like,
Yeah, that was they got payback because my brother hates Quentin Tarantino and just like long movies in general.
okay.
So
What did he do though? Didn't he do something to annoy
He
you?
ate my leftovers. So it's pretty petty, but that's what happens in lockdown.
What do you want to I feel like there's more to the story here.
No, he's just annoying me. And
Was that the butter chicken leftovers?
That was the butter chicken. There was butter chicken, which is pretty prized leftovers.
Yeah.
If we're talking about ranked leftovers, like you got like pizza's pretty up there as well. But like
It's up there.
butter chicken, leftover Thai food, that kind of upper echelon
The upper-
leftovers,
yep, I'm with you.
lasagna,
Yep, I'm with you.
some pastas.
Mhm.
And I dibsed it, called it. I like
PSA the family, this is
like
my butter chicken.
Like let them know.
Okay.
This is mine.
Well, you were talking about it to me before it happened. You were saying,
was
You were
excited.
saying, dude, I've got this sensational butter chicken at home.
In the fridge.
Yeah.
I'm keen to go for it.
I'm gonna go eat it.
And then I was shocked. I was shocked. I
Yeah.
was shocked to learn that.
Yeah,
it was not
yeah.
there.
And then you told me we did a workout the next day.
Yeah.
This was 4
Flex.
weeks ago. We haven't even
Oh.
looked at
Y-
Strava or looked at a dumbbell since.
You
I
don't-
haven't
yeah,
anyway.
Yeah,
Have you?
maybe not.
Yeah. Actually, I did go for a
I've
run
been
the other
working
day.
I've been working out,
I'd go for a
trying
run.
to. I wouldn't really call it a workout, but you know.
Yeah.
gotta-
I did
gotta try your
Narrabeen. I
best.
did Narrabeen the other day.
The whole lagoon.
Yeah, me and Justin raced. We went opposite ways, like me and you did that time.
Did you win?
I thought I was cruising. My headphones died halfway, so I
Oh,
was
no.
hearing I was doing 5-minute splits, which is pretty good. I was
That's
like,
decent.
pretty good.
Especially if I didn't run in a while.
yeah, I hadn't run in a while, so doing 5-minute splits, like 4.5 Ks in, pretty consistent. And then my
Happy with that.
headphones died,
Oh.
so I couldn't hear anything.
Rhythm
Couldn't hear how
gone.
fast I was going. I was fine though. And then as I come around the corner, I
David-
just see Justin,
David Goggins style. No offense.
David Goggins, my lockdown demon.
no.
And then I see Justin, where this is like right as we get to the end.
Right.
So we've done 8.5 Ks, whatever. It's the last 100 meters. I see Justin running from the other direction, and we literally got back at
No.
the same time. And
What?
I was like, dude, I thought I had you for sure, because I
And
was
it-
like, if I run 5-minute splits the whole way, like I've got him.
And if no one's ran the Narrabeen Lagoon Trail,
In a
it's an
while.
8.5. Well, just in general, I'm just
Okay.
describing.
Oh yeah,
It's like an 8.5 K loop. It's pretty
Yep.
flat. There's a couple little kick ups, but nothing
No,
crazy.
it's pretty flat.
All terrain run. Get your 4-wheel drive shoes on.
Yep.
No, it's really
Yeah.
it's quality run if you want to get a good bit of cardio.
Shout out
in.
Narrabeen Lagoon.
Yeah, it's good. But
It was good. You still owe me a
That's-
palmy from when we
I do.
raced last year.
that was that last year? Or was that 2 years ago?
No, oh, I think it was last year.
No, it was last year.
Start of last year, because it was hot. It was really hot.
Yeah.
Me and Zander did the same race, smoked him by 2.5 minutes.
No.
Don't mention
No,
it.
no, no.
Oh, I'm
It
pretty
was a minute.
Was it?
Yeah, in a bit.
Well, we had money on it.
yeah.
Our whole workplace actually got around it,
Yeah,
because we
they
were
were
telling
invested.
everyone.
They were invested.
We were jagging up all our co-workers. We used to work in a pub together. Actually, we still do, but this was at our old gig,
Mm.
and all our co-workers kind of got invested in it.
Yeah.
And they were all backing me. I think just because you were so liffy about it.
Me, Liffy. No, I wouldn't. No.
You
They just want to see the greats fall. That's why.
Tall poppy syndrome. a
Yeah,
little bit.
exactly. They just want to see the greats fall.
You could call it that.
Yeah, and I had you in the FIFA comp that we did as well.
You did get me in that.
The professional FIFA comp
I
that
don't.
I won.
Yeah.
That I beat you in.
Yeah.
In the grand final.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you win
come from behind as well?
Was that against me?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Well. Oh, really?
Yeah, smash it.
That's so weird. Anyway, where was I going with that?
Narrabeen Lagoon, final 100. You come around the straight, you see Juzza.
Yeah, and look, we drew. We were humble in victory/defeat. He thought he had me as well, because he was like, dude, I put it in the last 3 Ks and just didn't get me. I just kept that 5. You just keep that 5 minutes ticking over, mate. You're gonna be in a good space.
Yeah. Well, when we did it, I was like, this is my best run ever. If I can't beat him with this, I'm not going to beat
Yeah.
many people.
Yeah.
And you beat me. So
Well, that was also
kudos to you.
that was
Thanks, mate. Kudos. Well done.
that was also my best run.
Yeah. You did pretty well.
Thank you.
That was a big Strava. Everyone last lockdown more than this lockdown. Strava got a very good workout.
I think it got a pretty good workout the first 3 or 4 weeks of this lockdown, because everyone's kind of like, oh, fun little lockdown, nice little holiday, you know,
Yeah.
off work for a month.
Yeah.
Like 10 weeks later,
Here we are.
here we are.
Look at us.
Look at us.
Look at us. Look at us. Yeah. Like, well, I haven't done as much running, but definitely remember last year I was getting quite into it.
Mm.
But it was good. But now I find it kind of... I can't run too much during the week because otherwise I lose interest in it. But if I do one, yeah.
I've been running with podcasts in now instead of music.
Yeah, right.
It kind of like, instead of like pumping you up with music, you kind of just zone out to the podcast and you forget you're running sometimes.
I tried to listen to the Hamish and Andy podcast when I was at the gym. And I was doing bench press and they were like, I can't remember what they're talking about. They're talking about something really funny. And I almost dropped the bench on top of me. As I was like pushing the weight up, I just like started laughing and I almost dropped it. And I was like, okay, I can't listen to this anymore. I just, it's a hazard accident. It's dangerous. It's dangerous.
They're funny guys. One of the great podcasts. They're still killing it.
And an inspiration to all us wannabes.
Yep.
So us included.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I probably wouldn't put us on Hamish and Andy's tier yet.
Oh, God, no.
Give us a couple more weeks.
Yeah. Give us another episode.
Give us another episode. We'll be there.
We'll be there. They're pretty good.
What is getting me through lockdown? So the other day I got my ticket confirmation for Splendor from last year.
Right.
So we bought these tickets maybe like November 2019.
Right.
So this is a year and a half, almost 2 years later now.
Yeah.
Me and my mate Jamie both had tickets and we were like, we should see if other people want to go because there's tickets available now.
Yeah.
So we messaged our group, like the boys group chat, and everyone got around it. Everyone's keen. So now I got a group of like 12.
Frothing.
I think.
Ready.
I don't know if they've got tickets yet, but they're planning on getting them.
Yeah.
So we got a group of 12
Nice.
going to Byron next July.
Wow.
I'd kill for a festival right now.
Well, we had a festival with all our friends cancelled.
Well, it's going to be over New Year's, isn't it?
Yeah.
At this stage.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
We were like a week away from going to this festival, like a little bush tour from the Blue Mountains.
Yeah.
Literally a week away, and we went into lockdown.
Oh, no. And it was I was pretty upset. I was pretty rattled.
Yeah. There was a lot going on at that because everything was just
Yeah.
the shit hit the fan pretty much at that point.
Well, I remember literally the first Origin one was on, and we went as like a group to watch it at Chubb's in Brookvale, and we were watching the game, talking, oh, this place is good. Like, we're gonna go and watch all the games here. Like, good vibes there. Just nice to be out and about. COVID's in the past.
Big Chubbs boys, you guys.
Well, we are now. That one time was enough to convince us that it was a good.
Well,
spot.
Jared loves it as well. I've heard him
loves
talk
it. He
about it
loves
all the
He
time.
loves it. But yeah, anyway, so we were in Chubbs and we were loving it. COVID free, just not a care in the world. And then 2 days later, Limo Man happens and COVID spikes up again.
Yep.
And since then, We've watched all the games in isolation.
Yep.
And
look,
it's been pretty grim.
that'll put a stop to you ripping and tearing, won't it?
Yeah. It was upsetting.
That's a real handbrake. I don't know. I don't really
Yeah, it was
I don't
suck.
mind Chubbs. I don't mind it. I just prefer because it's very American.
Yeah.
So I imagine like watching the basketball there would be like a bit of a novelty.
Oh,
Do
true.
you know what I mean?
haven't thought about that.
But like if I'm sitting down to watch some rugby league football,
Yeah.
I'd like to be at Hardboard Bolo.
True.
You know,
True.
drinking reshes like the scumbag that I am.
That's why at the Hilton they've got the good tab area and they've just got like this monstrous screen. And
I haven't been to the new Hilton
It's like
yet.
like multiple plasmas piled together
Right.
as one big screen, and it's pretty good. I can't sell it how good it is enough.
Yeah, okay.
We were there a few weeks ago. Well, not a few weeks ago, before lockdown as well, and it was freezing. And me and my mate were there, and we were going, "Wow, this is pretty stale." We were outside drinking beers, watching the footy on KO on one of our phones. So it's not if that's not a sad sight. I don't know what is. And last ditch effort because it was going downhill pretty quick. Like, we were probably going to leave and go home or back or like to his place to watch the rest of the game.
Little dates on the way home.
Yeah, and go. We go inside, one last look around, and we go to the manager. Is there any
Why was it
seats?
so dead? Or was it so busy you couldn't get a seat?
It was busy.
Okay,
yeah,
I'm with you.
Because like the first couple restrictions came in where they said you had to be seated.
Yeah, I'm with you.
And then they're like, oh, these group just left from the tab area. You can sit where they were sitting. He walks us over, and we went from the shit house to the penthouse within seconds.
Really?
And momentum gathered.
I was going to say, how did the trajectory of the night go?
It went. I can't describe it. It went. It was plummeting. It was plummeting to a grim death, and it just second
go.
birth, peaks and troughs.
Excuse me.
Peaks and troughs.
Excuse me. Yeah, there you go.
It was good.
Every time I walk past the Hilton now, like when I'm going to the beach, it's just head down, like don't look.
Yeah.
Because you get,
It's so good.
gets you a little bit emotional. And honestly, talking about this festival next year got me a little bit.
And over New Year's.
I started G'ing myself up yesterday.
You G'ing yourself
It was
up.
like Monday at 2 p.m, Tuesday even.
Yeah.
I started thinking about Splendor next July, and I got really fired up. It was like us last week when we were playing Fortnite on Friday night.
Oh, yeah.
Just in the party till like 1 a.m.
Yeah.
We were like 4 beers
Having
down,
beer. Yeah.
ready to rip and tear.
Yeah. No. It's just not the same.
It's not, but we'll get back.
We'll get back there. Oh, it's grim. It's really just
Do you reckon
grim.
the one over New Year's will go ahead? I don't see why not, right?
Yeah, I think it will. I think it will because the vax rates will go up. Like with COVID, every time you make a prediction, something happens and
True.
you got egg on your face.
True.
Something happens.
Mhm.
So you can't really ever make a prediction. But when I think it will go forward because if everything else is going to open up, why can't that?
Mm.
It'll be summer. It'll be good vibes. Hopefully the weather's good.
Yep. I think so.
We actually bought those costumes, so that was a bit of a waste of money, wasn't it?
No, they'll come in handy.
Mm.
They'll come in handy.
They were pretty cool as well.
Yeah.
I liked them.
It's not like we're still gonna go festivals again.
Yeah,
like you know what I
true.
mean. Like,
True.
it's not like they're just null and void.
No,
now.
that's true. That's true. Yeah, I was pretty keen to wear that.
That'd be good over New Year's, far out. Because there won't be much on. None of the real festivals will be on.
No.
Like
No.
Lost and what's
None
the
of
other one? Falls.
Well, how could you organise that within that short space of time?
You couldn't get
just
the
couldn't.
artists.
No.
You couldn't get the artists and stuff. I don't think, especially with all the uncertainty, it's just like not worth it.
Yeah.
So
100%. And it's just like thinking about it, you kind of almost lost for words because it's not like we're in like the dark ages or anything, but you just want to get back to where we were and you just want it all to be done.
yeah.
Light
Look,
at the end of the tunnel.
I mean, this is about as dark as it gets for growing up on the northern beaches.
Yeah, we're
Isn't
pretty
it?
lucky. Like if you were in Bankstown and whatnot, and southwestern Sydney area, you would definitely be that'd be a different story to what we're talking about right now.
What do you mean?
Like it would just be heaps more hectic.
What? Just because there's more cases and stuff?
Well, yeah, and like stricter, like curfews.
Yeah, true.
You know,
True.
you
It'd be-
can't
yeah.
can't late night snack around Coles.
No.
there.
Do they have proper curfews?
Yeah.
I've kind of checked out of it all, to
Yeah.
be honest.
No, they got it's pretty.
Yeah,
The
right.
army's there, I'm pretty sure. as
Yeah,
well.
right. That's like Melbourne last year.
Yeah.
They had curfews and
Mm.
stuff.
I've seen. Well, it wasn't in here, but my friend, he was over in Spain doing an exchange, and he was sending me videos for when he was there last year. And in Spain, they were literally it was on Snapchat, but it was just soldiers walking down the street, making sure people
Hectic.
like walking up and down the street, both sides.
Hectic, dude.
It's like you just imagining that happening in Australia is just a really weird thing to think about.
I know. I can't even imagine it.
Just yeah. So like we've got it. It's pretty bad at the moment, but I mean, it could be worse.
It could be worse.
Could
be a lot
Could
worse.
always be worse.
Yeah.
Could always be worse.
What's Do you want to talk us through this beer today?
Okay, yeah, I'll talk us through the beer. So this beer, it's got some nice notes in it. Nice little.
Well, do you want to explain what we're doing?
Citrusy
What our
notes.
idea is with the
Okay.
beers?
So the idea with the beers. So what it is, we had a good thought that every week. This one's not really local to where we are, but it's still an Australian beer. Brick Lane Brewing
It's very nice.
Brewery. It is good. I quite like it.
Yeah, very easy.
Yeah,
drinking.
and it wasn't too expensive as well.
Okay.
They're really good. Mick Malloy, popular radio presenter, who's a favourite of mine. He is a shareholder. There's a couple. Billy Slater's a shareholder as well. Dan Carter,
Okay.
the All Black,
Mhm.
he's a shareholder in this. Melbourne based, and yeah, the idea is just a bit of free promo for them, and we'll just enjoy the beer. Maybe review it a little bit.
Yeah.
Also, an excuse just to have a beer.
Yeah. Look.
Yeah.
As if we need an excuse to
No,
have a beer.
that's true.
It is Wednesday at 3
It is.
p.m. after all.
Oh, what is it?
That's so weird. I didn't know. Yeah, so we're just gonna do like a different beer every week,
Yeah,
just because I'm very
you like your beer.
I don't know what the word is. I want to say linear, but I don't think that's the right word. I'm very linear in like my beer choices. You know what I mean? I'm very straight. I just drink like Tooheys New,
You don't mess about.
Tooheys Old,
No.
Reshes. I might have like a Lashes occasionally.
You don't mix and match.
No, and I don't drink mixers or anything. I'm not a massive wine guy. Like $7 for a Tooheys New, I'm happy to just
Sit on that.
sit on that all night.
I just don't like a lot of the Aussie beers, like they're just your classic VB and Tooheys. I like Cut and Draft, but that's about it. And if it's Tooheys is it, I'm happy to drink it, but preferably no. I'd go for a stone and wood or something.
You ever like at kick-ons, like at 2 or 3 in the morning, and you go to the fridge to get a drink, and like all that's left is like a VB stubby, and you just like, or like a Corona or something, and you're like, you kind of just stand there and look at it for a second, and
you just
go on then.
Just do. No.
It always makes you happy to be locked out thinking about.
That's like an omen to go home.
Yeah, true.
If I open the fridge and it's a little testy pop there on the mic. If I open the fridge and it's just a VB left in there, Uber's coming up on my phone. I think that's time for me to leave.
Oh, that's an omen to leave.
Yeah,
really.
If that's all there is.
I usually call it pretty religiously at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, you are known for calling it early.
Would you say? Well, I wouldn't say that's that early.
I've seen you go earlier than 3.
I've definitely gone earlier than 3 in the past.
Yeah.
I also haven't not worked a Sunday in like the last 4 years.
That's true.
So
that is true.
Must be nice having weekends off.
Yeah, it must be nice.
Working in hospo.
It must be nice. I get Saturdays off.
Oh, do you work Sundays?
Yeah, Sunday day.
What time? Oh, you've
in
pulled
the
up
morning.
for like 8 o'clock ones and stuff.
Yeah.
Respect.
Yeah.
Respect, mate. Carry on.
Yeah,
Carry on.
Carry on. Seriously.
Me carrying on?
No. Never.
Couldn't write it. Well, I used to do the scat raffle shift every Sunday.
A classic. A timeless classic.
Look, and I'd look like I'd been hit by a bus every Sunday, but did I show up?
Macca's, what are they called? The breakfast burger from Macca's?
McMuffin.
McMuffin and orange juice.
Yep.
Maybe a cappuccino if
in
you
one
could stomach
hand,
the milk.
and like dragging my dignity in the other, just hanging on by a thread.
And a strawberry lemonade from the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I walked in one morning and Robin, the
pink
receptionist at our old gig, hugged me because I looked so ill.
Did she actually?
Yeah. I came in one morning and she was like, "Oh, buddy, what happened?" I was like, "I don't want to talk about it, Robin." Shed happened.
Tears start crying.
Yeah, look, but you know, I got through it. So Am I a soldier? I don't want to say I'm not.
Oh, I don't reckon you are. I don't reckon you are.
That sort of resilience, showing up for a 4-hour shift every Sunday.
It does build character though.
I'd say it builds character.
And you never again, but obviously everyone does it.
No, I've had some pretty bad ones at this gig. Like pulling off on a Sunday.
Yeah.
So, you know, like the night before, you're like, no, I'm not going to go out.
No, yeah.
Like after soccer. I think one night I had soccer, came straight to work afterwards. So I started at like 7.
Yeah.
Got an early knockoff at like 10:30.
Yeah.
Went back to Manly because all the boys were there and like everyone's like, come out. I was like, oh yeah, like I'll just be able to continue the momentum after being at work for 4 hours.
And soccer. Yeah.
And soccer. But no, you can't.
You can't.
Because by the time you've even like 3 hours of work after a soccer game is like, you're dead. You're sent. So I got there, then tried to catch up with everyone, ended up just like blind. And then had to back up here the next day. No good. Wouldn't recommend it.
It's when someone tells you about it, you're like, oh, I can just feel what that's like. When you walk around. One time I was pretty hungover at my other job and this customer literally said to me, oh, did someone go to the disco last night? And I was like, yes, someone did go to the disco last night.
He did. And I'm mad at him for it.
Yeah. Yes.
Night guy went to the disco. Day guy's not happy.
Day guy's ropeable at night guy. Day guy's like, how could you do this to me again?
I trusted you.
Every week you do this.
What about the Tuesday you came into work and I was like, how was your weekend? And you were basically just like, pull up a chair. Strap in. And you were like, all right, so Thursday. And I was like, Thursday? What do you mean?
That was a big weekend. That was a good weekend. But
I'm sure it was.
It was expensive.
You were reeling on Tuesday.
I was a wreck.
You were a wreck.
I was a wreck.
I think I had to like pull your arm to get you to have beers with me after.
Yeah, I was not in the zone to have a beer.
No.
I got there pretty quick.
We did. And our Tuesday shift we do together every week is trivia night. It's trivia night at our work. So you've got to kind of like, we get a little burst of like 2 hours of when everyone comes in. And everyone's quite nice and they know us very well now because we're here every week. So you've kind of got to be a little bit like
lively,
on the ball and lively, up and about.
Yeah.
Usually not a problem for you being up and about.
That's true.
But yeah, that was a tough Tuesday. I feel like I was pretty drained that Tuesday, so I can't remember what from. But yeah.
We don't talk about that weekend. That was just like a rolling weekend of
it happens.
Just torture.
And I feel like from now on, like I was saying to you earlier, the fact that we have gone into lockdown again now.
Reset.
Reset.
Let
me just try to fix this camera.
Yeah. Oh, what happened to it?
A little interlay there. Episode 1.
Episode 1.
Fix it in post. We'll fix that in post.
Yeah.
Camera died. I don't know.
I think I ruined your intro as well.
Did you?
Maybe. You were talking to me and I just went, how's this beer? Just straight off the bat. I just absolutely shit the bed and just went,
thirsty.
I panicked on my first words of the pods and just went, thanks. How's the beer?
I didn't even notice. I have to watch it back.
Yeah. No, you'll see it.
A bit of nerves.
And on the camera, you'll just see my look around. Oh,
just
God,
like panic.
Yeah, panic set in.
Well, the first potty
Goes for the prop.
You're doing all right so far. You're doing well.
Thanks.
I did do a potty last year. I was telling you about it earlier. I need to stop saying that.
For TAFE.
I need to stop doing the disclaimer. You know how I always do the disclaimer where I go like, "Oh, I said this earlier," or I was talking to someone about this. I don't know why. Anyway,
yeah, you do that a lot.
It annoys me.
It's fine.
Yeah, so me and a couple of my mates last year for an assignment at TAFE did a podcast. But it was really hard because we were all at home because we were like literally in the thick of last year's lockdown. So we were all recording our own audio at home and our own video.
Yeah.
And then we'd have to put like 3 things together and 3 audio
Like you all
tracks
did
together.
a segment.
No, we were all talking live.
Oh,
but we were all
okay.
filming together and then we had to put them all on one doc. Anyway.
Nightmare.
Excuse me. It was, you know, I got the hang of it a little bit last year.
Yeah, right.
It's good, as you'd hope, doing
Yeah,
a radio.
well, when you
course.
were setting this up, I was in no man's land. I didn't know what I was doing.
Well, that's
I was
fine.
just sitting here watching.
You'll get the hang of it.
It was like, well, you've seen Breaking Bad.
I've seen, don't ruin it for me. I've seen like 3 seasons. I'll probably watch the end of it one day.
Wait, I was just going to say, at the start where you're like Walter White making the meth, and I'm just Jesse Pinkman watching like this, trying to learn.
Yeah,
trying to pick up anything I can.
Yeah, that's fine.
I failed. I didn't pick up a thing.
Look, give us a couple of weeks and we'll both be fluent in...
Radio tech.
Yeah. And
is that what it's called?
Maybe, I don't know, call it cooking meth as well. Either one or the other.
We'll be able to cook meth like a couple of experts soon.
Yeah, we'll call it, I don't know if radio tech's the right word. That sounds a little bit out of touch.
Sounds like a good music genre though. Yeah, I'll listen to that.
Podcasters.
Yeah.
Radio. It does sound like a good... It kind of gives me Daft Punk vibes.
Or like
Radio
a good
Tech,
band name, Radio Tech.
Yeah, true. Is that a band name?
No.
No,
Radiohead. Radiohead. Yeah.
True.
Yeah. That'd be good. That'd be good.
I do the same thing with music though, like I was saying with movies before, where I'm like, if I want to listen to a new artist, I'm always like almost like a little bit scared of wasting my time. I'd rather just go back and listen to
the ones. I've been trying to venture out a little bit.
I have too, especially in lockdown.
Just trying to venture out, listen to a bit of new stuff.
Same.
We do listen to different kind of music though.
Yeah, it has a little bit of
similarities,
overlapping things, but it's definitely.
When I go I share Spotify with my mum, so when I go onto Spotify, it's all these. I got to dig to find mine because my mum's made a lot of playlists. She loves it. And
what does your mum listen to?
They're just like like Louise's Euro trash, Louise's 80s kind of. But there's heaps of them, and the weird thing is she's put a lot of effort because they're all about 200 to 300 songs deep.
Wow, that's impressive.
And I reckon there's a lot.
Does she add full albums or is it one by one songs?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know, but she's put some time into it.
You listen to it? Do you listen to them?
No, I don't. No, I haven't yet.
Feel a bit like bad. Well, you're like down bad one day. Just Louise's Euro trash.
Louise's Euro trash. Pumped out. No, the other day, because she went through a phase of watching all these like rap documentaries.
Okay.
And then, so it was like every time I came home or came downstairs, there was like the Defiant ones on, or like New York rappers, 19 whatever, come on.
Okay.
And then I was going on my Spotify and I was like, Kendrick Lamar best old playlist. I was like, well, haven't listened to Kendrick Lamar recently. I was like, who's that? And I was like, oh, it's Mum. And then I was like, are you listening to Kendrick Lamar? She's like, looks at me. She's like, oh, no. And I was like, yeah, you were. Like,
that's so
cheering
good.
her up a bit. I don't know why she was like, no.
That's funny.
But I think she's looking for the song I.
Okay.
I think that's the only song she likes.
Yeah, right.
Because I think it's in the Defiant ones in an episode.
Okay.
It is a cracker of a song.
Kendrick's been one of my artists that like I've dabbled in the past, and he's definitely on my list of, artists that I don't listen to, but I feel like I should at some point. Especially because I always hear how good like To Pimp a Butterfly is. People always say it's like one of the greatest albums of all time, and I'm like, Okay,
Yeah.
well, I've got to listen to that. And I just keep putting it off for some reason. I don't know why. I get like stage fright almost when I get in my car. I'm like, oh, what should I listen to? You know?
Yeah, I think when it came out, I listened to it, but I haven't listened to the whole thing since.
Mm.
But yeah, it's like there's some bangers on there, some
Mm.
good songs, some classics.
Mm.
He always does well in the. I mean, you shouldn't really judge someone based on where they come in the top 100 because sometimes it's a bit rigged.
Yep.
But
Didn't
he does well. He does.
Macklemore
He
won it
usually
one
does.
year.
Did he?
Yeah, that thrift shop song won it in like 2014. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, surely not. Did it actually?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
There's some of them.
So
a
you
bit,
wonder like who votes for that, dude?
I don't know. There was some of them
Because you
have
would
been-
feel like the top 100 would be dominated largely by people that are similar to us.
Yeah.
You know, that live like, I don't know.
Well, I mean, Triple J is like a traditionally
Yeah,
young
you would think
person
like
station.
19 to like 25.
But a lot of people listen to Triple J.
Yeah, sure. I'm not saying people who are over that don't.
Yeah.
But like you would just think that, I don't know. Anyway. Shout out Macklemore.
Yeah, good job, Macklemore. Congratulations. We're not maybe you did win on merit. Maybe everyone did vote for you, but I didn't.
I didn't vote for Macklemore.
No, not that. No.
We used to look at it on the tab, remember?
Yeah, you can still bet on it on your phone. On
that was like
Sportsbet.
when we first met, I remember.
Yeah, looking at that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you
on
used
the
to come
tab.
into the tab and you used to be like, oh, sweet release.
Sweet release. And actually, I took the piss out of those songs, but I have them in a playlist and I enjoy
Yeah,
them.
he circled back. Zander came into work one Tuesday, Arvo, and he goes, I have a confession.
I got something to tell
And
you.
I'm like,
Come
okay.
here, I got
like,
something to tell you.
I didn't know what it was about. I was like, okay, here we go. What could this be? And he goes, oh, so you know how I slagged you out about like listening to Sticky Fingers
And just
for like the
slags-
last 4 years?
And just Sticky Fingers in general.
Just
a
in
little bit.
general, yeah. Look, 18-year-old Cody was a big sticky boy.
Loves it. Still does.
Xander goes, I've been pumping them lately, and I'm loving it.
They're
And I
still
was
so
like-
good.
Mate, it's a foundation of Australian culture as a young adult. I think, especially
In the last I've come around to them pretty heavy. To be fair, like they've got their own little playlist with a couple of others. Like, not to be a bit or like, put them in the same genre and be a bit generic, but like there's a bit of Ocean Alley in there.
Yeah, that's fine.
There's a bit of Tash Sultana in there as well.
Oh, a bit of a Tash Sultana guy.
I'm just that kind of guy. There's a bit of everything there. I don't know why, but there's also 2 U2 songs in there.
Which ones?
Um,
Did my parents love you too? Eh?
which I don't know which 2, but I forgot.
It's almost grown
I'm
on
trying
me.
to
It's
remember
grown
that.
on me over the years. I think it's like an acquired taste. Like they've just played it enough, like in
That you
the
know.
car and stuff, that me and both my sisters are now kind of like.
I love it. If they someone in the
It's not
car,
bad.
because my car is a shitbox. Like
I
it
wouldn't.
doesn't.
I wouldn't slander
It's got-
the Astra like that.
No, I shouldn't say that because she's a mighty.
It's done you many a good.
Yeah, she's good. She does the job, but there's elements that I wish, and to be honest, it's kind of my fault. Like they're very fixable things, but I just haven't fixed them. Like the aircon,
Okay.
that would be nice.
Do you not have aircon in your car?
No,
How do you function in summer, dude?
I'll just put the windows down.
You put the windows down even in
Yeah,
winter.
it could be 3 degrees. Bit hot in here.
Mm.
Yeah, the aircon doesn't work. The fogging thing doesn't work,
Okay.
which is a bit of a problem.
Oh, the demister?
The demister doesn't work.
Yeah, right.
Or if it does, it takes like 10 minutes to
Okay.
rev up.
Yeah, right.
And even when it revs up, it's like
Mm.
you put it on 2, but that's like half of 1. So you got
Yeah,
to put it
yeah.
on full
Yeah,
every
yeah,
time.
yeah. I'm with you.
It's not very practical.
I got a story to tell you about that. Off air, though.
Okay.
Off air. Remind me later. But yeah.
And then so
What is that
there's
noise?
there's a bit of ruckus going on outside. Anyway, but
Kids
there's
jumping on bubble wrap in the background. How's that for your podcast?
distracting.
Water shacking for 2 boys with undiagnosed ADD rather than the actual podcast sound.
Just distracting me a bit.
I
I
wonder
forgot
if
what I was
it's.
talking about. I fully forgot what I was talking
So
about.
did I.
Oh, the Astra.
Oh, yeah.
Right, yeah.
The toaster.
Yeah.
Not the most aerodynamic car of all
No.
time.
And another thing, I'm gonna get the tires changed, but it's just not. And there's no. It's
How do you
only
know when
radio. There's no Bluetooth. It's just
How-
radio.
How do you know when you need to get your tyres changed?
Well, I was going up a hill the other day, and it was a bit wet. The
Oh,
road
and
was
that
a
was
little bit
skidding.
wet, and it just went like
Okay.
made this. That's not the skid noise, but
Okay.
you know. And it did that, and then even when the car aligned, it still did it.
Okay.
And luckily, there was no cars because I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
if there
yeah.
was cars coming up the hill,
Right.
I
Did
was
you look
dead.
at the tread on your tyre?
I was dead.
Did you look after, or did you just like?
No,
about
I
it?
just went. Oh, I need new tires.
Yeah. Okay. You can get like.
I feel
little-
like I don't have
You
to.
can get little Bluetooth. I need to stop drinking
Can I-
beers. It's making me
But
gassy.
The connectors.
Yeah, you can get like the little Bluetooth adapters off eBay for like $6.
No, I bought one, but it just didn't. It still just like barely worked.
What do you mean?
It just was like staticky the whole time.
Was it on the right channel?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
If I looked at it, I couldn't fix it. Is it in
No,
your
it
car?
was.
it in
Yeah,
your car?
yeah, it is in my
Alright,
car.
we'll look at it after.
Actually, I think I might have thrown it out.
Oh, okay.
Which
Deli.
it's not very good of me, but yeah, it doesn't work. I tried so many times, and it just continued to just play up. And
Yeah.
act up.
Well, that's fair enough.
But love the Usher.
You can just a cappella.
Yeah,
Yeah, baby.
yeah, baby.
That's
My
good.
car's nothing on the mighty Forry.
The Forry's a great car.
Yeah.
It almost let me down the other day. Did I tell you about this?
Ridiculous.
I sent
It
you the
couldn't
photo.
have. It couldn't have.
I was like, I'd pulled up to like the beach because I wanted to check the surf.
Oh,
Call me Kelly Slater. That's the rumours going around.
Cody Slater.
Cody Slater, Cody Maverick, even.
Nice.
Take your pick.
Nice.
So I'd pulled up. I'd had a look at the surf. I was like, oh, 2 foot, a little bit big for me. And then I went to get back in my car. So I literally got out my car, walked to the headland. Took me like 30 seconds, walked back. I was out of the car.
When you walked up to the headland, did you have your wedgie on, but like had it unzipped, like just legs? And
No.
underarm,
No.
just to make it look like you were thinking about it. But then it was like, if anyone's watching you, they go, "Oh yeah, he's just walking away."
He's just sussing it out. Yeah.
He's just sussing it.
I should just
it's
wear
not
my
big enough.
I should just wear my wetsuit everywhere.
Just getting a coffee,
Yeah.
going up to the cafe, get
Yeah,
coffee. Yep, coffee order.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that guy.
Look at that guy. He must be really good.
He's
He looks like a
ripped.
really good surfer.
Yeah, well, he's ripped. Look at that rig on him.
I should do that. Do you reckon the ladies would like it?
How could they not? How could they not?
I don't think they. Yeah.
Board underarm as well.
Maybe me and you should both do it.
Yeah, we should give it a whirl. See what happens.
Put wetsuits on and then just
Wetsuit's pretty good. I'd realise why. Wore one for the first time.
same recently.
Like recently, in a long time.
Yep, middle of winter in the water, not cold.
And it was fantastic.
Yep, sunny. Did you go on a sunny day?
It was sunny.
How sensational was it?
It was
Because the water's
sensational.
been that clear because it hasn't rained for 3 months.
Yeah. Until the other day. And it was so good.
Yeah.
I was loving it. I could have stayed out there for ages.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm.
Even just sitting on your board.
Yeah, it's good.
It's unreal.
Yeah.
It's very cathartic.
Yeah. My balance isn't very good.
What
But
sort of
also,
board were you using?
it was a bit shorter than me, the board. And it was just, I don't know.
Was it a fiberglass board?
Yeah.
Okay. I tried one of those one day. It was so hard to balance.
Yeah.
And I would say my balance is quite good.
Talk yourself up.
It's one of the perks of being, 5'7".
Yeah.
Your center of gravity is quite low.
Yeah.
But even still, I couldn't, even sitting on the board is hard.
Mm.
But I got a foamy now anyway.
Yeah.
It's helped heaps. You should try it one day.
Foamy.
Mm.
Last time, I think I've told you, but last time I used the foamy was when I was away
Mm-hmm.
and I went out and then the waves and I went all the way. I kind of got dragged all the way out because it was just like a nice day. So I was just like sitting on this board and just like, oh, it's really nice, just like chilling.
Mm.
And then I kind of got, because that week I was away, I was kind of getting slowly a little bit more into my surfing because it was
Okay.
like small waves, so nothing that overly challenging.
Yep.
Confidence boosters.
Yep.
Got a bit ahead of myself, got carried out, and then there was kind of like these bigger waves out the back, and I was like, I can catch one. It's just a double the size of the. It's not that, but it was way more powerful. There was a lot behind it.
Yep. And when you're on top of the wave, when you're paddling onto a
Mm.
wave and you're on the top,
Yeah.
it's way bigger than you think.
Oh yeah.
Don't you reckon? You're like, oh my
yeah.
god, this is really steep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
And I was paddling, and the guys that were out there was like 2 guys out there, and they were in steamers, and they were on their boards, and they looked like proper surfers. And I was in boardies on a pink foamy, and they're probably going, "What is this clown? What is this absolute clown
Where
doing
were
out
you?
Cabarita Beach?"
Where's that? Is that south? Or
It's north. It's just past Byron.
north? Okay.
It's such a good spot.
Yeah.
Best spot. One of the best holidays I've been on.
Okay.
But yeah, it literally these guys were looking at me like, this guy is an idiot. What a belly.
What color are your boardies?
Just like normal.
Oh, they
colour.
weren't
They
pink?
weren't like, no, the board was like
okay,
bright
the board
pink.
was pink. Okay.
So everyone could notice me fuck up, which was good.
That's really funny.
And then so I get it. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'll just get this wave in because
Mm.
to paddle back in, it would have been a big effort.
Yeah.
And I don't have the shoulders for that. And I was started getting onto this wave, and I admittedly actually got it.
Okay.
But I tried to stand up, which was dumb. I should have just tried to ride it out.
Yeah.
Because I was not equipped to stand up. Even on the small waves, I was still falling off.
Yeah.
What would make me think I could do it here?
Surfing's hard, man. It's hard.
It is hard. Anyway, so 2 of those tight waves came, got absolutely cleaned up. The third one came, and luckily it broke before, so I just rode the wash in.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's what I
on
need.
the back of this board, this foamy.
Yeah.
And I just got to the beach, and I was just like, and it had carried me like a beach over as well, so I had to walk like a kilometre back with the board over a headland.
Was the pool like in the water taking up the coast? Was it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
a little bit, like just round the headland.
Okay.
It wasn't a big headland.
Okay,
like,
sure.
And I literally pulled up on the beach, and I was like, like deep breath. I could barely breathe, and the board was lying there. I was just lying on the ground, and everyone's probably, if anyone was watching, they would go, "This guy is the biggest idiot I've ever seen in my life." And then also accompanied by the biggest walk of shame, and I had to carry the board knackered. So I wanted to just keep putting the board down. I had to carry the board over the headland back to where I was, and it just was.
And it's the worst when people ask you how your surf was. They're like, "How's your surf?" And you're like, "Yeah,
Bad.
good. Catch any waves?" Yeah.
So good.
Caught heaps. But dude, the skill gap in surfing is like insane.
I know.
Like, even when you're shit at soccer, you can kind of participate in a team and like,
Yeah.
you're the shittest, but like you'll get away with it.
Yeah.
No, sticking it with the greatest respect to right back, it's my position.
Yeah, you would know. Yeah. Sorry.
Low blow.
I play
blow.
lower div. I shouldn't really say that.
Yeah. What are you talking about? Anyway, but like surfing, dude, if you're a kook, like, not that I would know what that's like, but the skill gap between you and like, I swear even the intermediate surfers, like they just
way
rip.
better.
They rip. Or either that or intermediate surfers don't exist.
No.
You just go from like being a bot.
It's like you can or you can't.
Yeah.
And then I think once you can, there's levels to it.
Yeah.
But it's something you got to do it a lot.
You
Like
do.
if I just go once every couple months,
Mm.
I'm not going to get that much better. And every time, I feel like once you get another thing, is you got to get over the phobia a bit of like the wave.
For sure.
Like the waves.
I think so.
Which I haven't conquered.
You conquered?
No,
I don't think.
No, I'm saying I haven't.
Oh, I haven't either yet.
No.
It's like when you go. Have you been skiing?
Yeah.
So like, do you remember the first time you ski and like you go up
Yeah.
the mountain and it looks really steep?
No.
And then okay.
I'm not.
You don't remember that? Were you little when you skied for the first time?
Yeah, but yeah.
Anyway, I went
don't
skiing for the
remember.
first time when I was like 15 or whatever.
Mm.
And like my mates dragged me up to the top, me and my other mate, who were both.
Button.
It was literally our first day of skiing. I remember
Yeah.
getting to the top and I was like, dude, holy shit, that's so steep.
Mm.
And this was like, have you been to Threadbow?
No, I've only been
Okay.
to Perisher in Australia.
So this was like I think green run's the middle or easy run.
That's just like your
Pretty
your
easy.
basic run.
Yeah, so there's kids absolutely, and the kids rip, dude, as well. Like
Yeah,
the
some
little
of them are good.
Jindabyne Groms, dude, they rip.
Yeah,
They
in,
rip and tear.
in Japan, I saw like 4-year-olds tearing it up.
Yeah. Anyway,
It's pretty cool, actually.
but that's what surfing's like. I think, like at the start,
Yeah,
the waves look really steep, but to like an average surfer, they'd be like, "What are you talking about?" Dude?
Yeah,
It's
they'd
2
be
foot."
like they were like tiny, like they were like 2-foot waves, and I was going, oh,
Yeah, dude.
this is not.
It's kind of scary. Anyway, I'm trying to go like at least 2 or 3 times a week. 2. I'm aiming for 2.
Mm.
Just like coming into summer. I just want to get to like a respectable level that I can like participate in the surf. You know.
But you can actually say that you can
yeah,
surf.
yeah.
Like you jump over being
Yeah.
like crap.
Yeah,
Too, saying,
yeah.
I can.
Yeah, because I definitely don't tell people I surf already.
Surf. Couple porkies.
Nah, there's always a disclaimer followed though.
Disclaimer. You
Disclaimer.
love a disclaimer.
I don't really.
You do love a disclaimer.
One of the great disclaimers of all time, maybe.
Top 10 at least.
This is a great drop.
I like it
It's very easy drink. It's like
because we've been talking and I've been listening, so it's gone a bit flat. But it's
yeah, I'm
still
nearly
really
done.
good.
I'm
nearly done, but it's
I've
gone
been
a
taking
little
really
bit
small
flat.
sips.
It's good.
Brick Lane, where's it from?
Victoria. So it's in they're based in Dandenong
Okay.
in Melbourne.
Okay.
Yeah, but they also sponsor.
I'd love to do the artwork for a beer one day.
That would be cool.
That'd be dope. The guys that do we went to Hunter Valley. What's the beer from there?
Hope Estate.
Hope Estate. Yeah. So on one of the Hope Estate cans, they have this really cool artwork. We used to have it at our old gig. So when we were in the Hunter Valley, I went up to the bartender and I was like, "Hey, like this is a super random question, but do you know who did the artwork for this can?"
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh yeah, dude, it's this chick. She
Right.
was literally here 10 minutes ago."
Oh, what the hell?
And I was like,
yeah.
Fuck, like I just
Did you,
missed it.
Oh, you didn't get to meet
No,
her?
I missed it.
Oh,
Which sucked,
Deli.
but I haven't found her Instagram or anything since. So annoying.
One day.
If you do the Hope Estate artwork, reach out.
If you're listening, you probably are. We got a lot of.
I would say they're listening.
Yeah.
49 minutes into the pod.
Yeah. It's been 49 minutes.
50 minutes nearly.
Wow. Wow.
God, dude, imagine how long we like dribble for.
We
outside
need
of the
we need the
podcast.
dribble button. I reckon.
I don't think we do. I think it's good.
Nah, it's all quality.
It rolls.
It rolls.
Oh, it's all quality.
It's
We wouldn't talk anything less than quality.
It's all quality. It's all good.
That's why we do this.
And we haven't even hit footy.
Well, I was thinking we hit footy at like an hour in.
Okay.
Because then the
Yeah.
people who could care less are like, you know what?
Yeah.
That's enough, dribble boys. Thank
And I
you.
think they're gone already. Anyone who
I don't, yeah.
if you're listening now, you've wasted some time. No, you've stuck around. It's only gaining momentum in my opinion.
I think so.
Yeah, it's getting better.
Look,
Slowly.
we haven't really there's no gaps in the audio on here.
So that means there's been no silence apart from when the camera turned
Well,
off.
me and Zander, like when we first went into lockdown, Zander was a close contact of someone at his work. And I'd been at work with him that week. I'd also stayed at his house during the week because he had a free.
Yeah.
So I'd been with him all week, and I'm at work on Friday night, and I get a message from him saying bad news. And my initial thought was like, maybe he's quitting. Maybe he's quitting the current gig we work at. Because Zander only does 1 day, and I do like 7 days. I'm here
Celebrity
full time.
shift.
Yeah, he does a celebrity shift. And Xander's gone bad news, so I'm thinking, oh, maybe he's quitting. Like, that's pretty random, but like that would suck.
Yeah.
And then I get a voice memo from him, and we love a voice memo.
We do.
We do love a voice
There's
memo.
one thing you need to know about us too. When we talk to each other on Instagram, well, not Instagram, but I mean
Facebook.
Messenger.
Yeah.
Voice memo city.
It's all voice memo. We banned voice memos this week pre-pod, so we'd have something to talk about.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I get a voice memo from you, and you're like, so a COVID case came into my other work, and I'm in close contact, and so are you now.
So
We've both got to isolate for 14
stitched
days.
you up.
So me and Xander moved into his dad's apartment for the week because he was away.
Or the 2 weeks, yeah.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
It was like 10 days,
Yeah,
10, 12 days. And I think for the first 4 days, there like wasn't silence.
No.
Apart from when we went to bed.
Yeah, it was pretty good though.
Even when like on the first night, I went to bed.
Yeah.
And you were brushing your teeth, and you came in.
To talk to you.
And you were like, "Can I just tell you something?"
Yeah. Like, just before you go to bed.
I just had this
food for
really
thought.
funny thought.
Yeah.
which is basically what our messenger chat is. It's like
Yeah.
it's
Any
just-
thought.
it's
Any thought.
So now we're using a podcast to
Yeah.
get the creative output
Mm.
into a tangible.
Yeah.
tangible
And
format.
everyone else can listen if they want. We'd like you to. Thank
We'd
you
love
if
you
have,
to.
If you have been listening and you keep on listening, that's good. But
I think they'll come back.
I think so.
See you next week.
I think see you next week. We're not finished yet, but just saying we'll see you next week.
Please come back.
Please. Please.
Please. But that was a pretty fun 2 weeks.
Yeah, that was a good 2 weeks. It was.
That was like, dude, what month was that? Was that July?
That was June. That was June.
That was June.
Yeah,
We're nearly in September.
I know. When's Christmas?
Oh, dude, we're not in at Christmas.
When's
please.
Christmas? When is Christmas? 25th of December.
What do you mean? Yeah.
Oh, not the date. I didn't mean the date. I meant it's like it'll be soon.
It'll be soon. Well, we're basically halfway between that lockdown that we were in together and Christmas.
Well,
now.
when footy's done, it's 100 days till Christmas,
Is it?
isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's like 170 at the moment. So
Yeah.
end of September will be like,
After finals
130,
footy.
120.
After finals
Yeah.
footy.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
game on.
Yeah.
It's game on, mate.
Should we talk some footy? Should we get into it?
Speaking of finals footy. Segue.
Yeah.
What a segue. Yeah. Go.
Look, can you tell they haven't done this before?
Yeah.
No, you can't. Well, this week I wanted to talk about halfbacks. I picked up a few things over the weekend. Been watching a fair bit of footy in lockdown because there's nothing else.
Sponsored by KO.
Sponsored by KO. KO friends of the show.
KO, great friends of the show. Welcome anytime.
Like they're our mates. I don't know if we're their mates.
No, but we love them. Without KO, I would be a different person.
I would say KO is one of the cornerstones of like me as a man.
Yeah. And I still want to do my KO Instagram page of KO setups where it's people in different areas watching KO. So a good example is couple.
The one you were talking about at the Hilton.
At the Hilton.
Just
that's
before.
that's a KO setup.
That's a KO setup. I saw one on Instagram today of a guy at his wedding and it was on the table in front. Did you see that one?
No, I haven't seen that.
And the wife, like someone's filming him and the wife like looks at him and he's just like, no.
On the bus.
He's like, what the footy's on, dude?
KO setups on the bus.
Oh, dude.
I've done that on the way to a party.
We had one on the Goldie on our end of season trip.
Yeah.
And we were in a club and Liverpool were playing at like 1:30.
Oh, no.
And one of our
you
mates
did
set KO up on the DJ deck. And me and all the soccer boys were like up the front, just like, because it was like, oh, dude, have you been to clubs on the Gold Coast?
No.
It's all just like Ivanhoe music.
Oh.
Like it's all just like Chris
Really?
Brown and like,
Yeah.
so you're doing your best to have
Yeah.
to rip and tear.
Yeah, but
But yeah, that was the most entertaining part of the night.
the Liverpool game.
The Liverpool game up on the DJ deck.
KO is just so good.
KO is apparently, dude. I found out yesterday KO is connected to Binge, so I don't even need your Binge account because I've got one.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, my KO payment came through. Haven't looked at it ever.
No,
It came up.
I don't question it.
Neither did I. And it was like payment.
Don't bite
from,
the hand that
I
feeds
looked
you.
into it. It was like stream motion. I was like, oh, I wonder what
Yeah, they're
service is that?
connected.
And it was like, oh, your KO and binge for the month. And I was like, I have binge. And then, funnily enough, my sister asked me yesterday if I had binge. She's never asked me that before in 2 years.
Yeah.
I was like, I actually do.
I do. Do you want it?
There you go. Watch True
Detective. Go on, do yourself a favour. Go on, True Detective.
We'll come back to the True Detective.
Yeah,
Man.
another time.
How do we get there, dude? I was literally
Footy. Sorry, we're talking about footy. Sorry, I got sidetracked. KO. Oh wait, I got one more KO set up.
Okay.
You
should start this page. I think it's got legs.
Yeah. In the shower. So there's in my shower. There's like where the sink is. So obviously it's like a bit of a table area, and you set up.
Yeah.
You set up the coat. You sweet?
I was just saying, did you bring the other beers out?
Oh no, I
Did
didn't.
you leave in the fridge?
Oh yeah. Oh, take a quick break.
Should we,
No.
should we pause it? We can pause it.
Yeah.
This is going to be a pain in the ass to edit.
Oh.
With three intermissions now.
All right.
We're look, we're learning as we go.
Sounds good. Yeah,
Nice.
we're letting go.
Nice.
That was my fault because we ran out of beer. I didn't get the other beers before. Brick Lane, sponsor.
I
friend of the
accept
show.
your apology.
Welcome anytime.
Come on the show.
Come on the show.
How many times do you reckon we need to tell someone to come on the show before they come on the show? Who would be our dream? Okay. Who would be your dream podcast guest?
We'll scrap the KO talk because we're going forever, by the way. But yeah, we'll go just to link it back to the last intermission. Dream guest. Good question. Dream guests. Maybe. I don't know. I feel like you have someone in mind.
No, I don't. I just asked. I thought you would come up with something.
I've got like a bunch of different people.
I was going to say maybe you should let this marinate for a week.
Yeah. I was going to say bloke in a bar.
So was I.
Tap.
Off the...
Just because he's just a legendary
Yeah.
podcaster that we both like.
Yeah. I was going to say the Hello Sport boys.
Yeah, they're good.
My humour now is almost like
Just them.
just moulded off them
Yeah.
somehow.
But
they're like obviously that's cringe, but like they're like inspirations to us, you know.
yeah. Hamish and
Hamish and Andy.
I don't know.
Oh,
anyone-
Hamish and Andy
it would be pretty good.
I'd probably say Hamish and Andy.
Or either or.
Yeah.
If one
Yeah.
of them can get on, we'll take half of
Yeah.
Hamish and Andy.
Yeah, we'll take
Half.
one or the other.
Even the producer.
Jack.
Jack.
He's good.
We'll take Jack.
He's good. We'll take D or Dave off
Yeah. Yeah.
off the Hello Sport.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway.
Just anyone. just anyone.
But yeah, anyway, back to rugby league.
Mm.
We tried to start talking about this 6 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So over the weekend, I was analysing, like halfback's my favourite position.
Yeah.
I think the rugby league world is lucky I was not 10 kilos heavier, because otherwise Nathan Cleary would have another 7 competing with him.
Here we go. Yeah. I agree.
I would look.
Yeah. I've heard about your infamous intercept try as well
Oh yeah.
on the footy field at school.
Have I told that to you before?
I don't think you have. You should tell it again though.
No,
No.
we'll save for a later time.
Another time.
So over the weekend, I noticed some things about halfbacks, 3 in particular, DCE, Adam Reynolds, and Braden Trindle from Cronulla. And one of the yarns we've been
Interesting
having,
mix. Right.
then none of them are related. I just noticed 3 things that I wanted to talk about with all of them.
All right.
So firstly with Braden Trindle, I had no idea who this guy was 6 weeks ago.
Yep.
We'd been having the yarn about like, they've got a bit of a spine set up now with Finucane, McInnes, Nico Hines, and Will Kennedy,
For next year.
who are
yeah.
probably all
And
going to be
Moylan.
there.
And
And
Moylan.
they have Brayley as well. So I don't know who's going to play 9. We're going to assume it's McInnes. And they got Moylan, who we think will be 14. And we were kind of talking who's going to play 7, who's going to play 7. You mentioned maybe it would be Moylan. And then I said to you, I sent you a voice memo. I remember I was like, I just heard Ryan Gerler on Triple M. Again, I don't listen to Ryan Gerler that much. So I'm not
Good.
sure if I like his opinion or
Good.
not. But I heard him say Braden Trindle was a pretty good player. And I know it was against the Tigers on the weekend, but he ripped and teared. And he looks like I don't know how old he is, but he's just come onto the scene, so he's not that experienced, but very cool head. Directed the team around the
Yeah.
park nicely. Mate, good kicking game. His passing was unreal, especially
think he
from
had
the
a good-
defensive half.
But I think I've watched him play. He's been pretty good. He's a good goal kicker as well.
yeah,
He can
he's
kick.
and I heard Sterlo talking about him as well, actually, and he was like, look, he's not going to blow the game open,
No.
but he's a handy player.
Yeah, like he can play.
Yep.
I'll probably because when you judge people, sometimes you like judge them against like the best in the game. But like he's only played a couple games, all that we've seen.
Yep.
And like he looks pretty tidy.
Pretty
does
handy.
a job.
And
does
look,
the
if
job.
like you've got Nico Hines there, who's going to be the X factor.
You just need
Oh,
someone.
dude, they're
steady.
shaping up to be.
Oh,
I'm going to hate them next year.
Yeah.
I like the idea of Cronulla, and God, I wish John Morris was coaching. them.
Oh, get Johnny back in the.
We love
gig.
John Morris
We love
here.
John Morris here.
Um,
He's welcome anytime as well.
Maybe he would be the dream guest.
Yeah.
I wonder what he would think about John Morris 13.
I think he would like it.
We should do an episode. We should do that on one episode.
We should let him pick. We should let him pick. If
Well,
he
we'll
can.
pick our 13.
Yeah.
We'll explain to him the concept.
Yeah.
And he can do with that what he
Yeah.
will.
What he wants. Yeah.
He can start a Perth team. And
And take our idea.
look, as long as we get some,
Season tickets.
some shares maybe in
Yeah.
the club,
Mm.
access to the training ground,
Yeah.
use of the gym.
Yeah. You said the gym.
Me, you, Nico Hines.
Yeah. Alpha Nukin.
Yeah.
Pumping.
Probably couldn't really tell the difference between me, you, and Nico Hines if we're all using the same
No.
bench.
Yeah.
I don't reckon.
Couple of snacks.
He is a snack.
He's a
Nico.
good looking fella.
He's a good looking
He's a
bloke.
good looking rooster.
But yeah, I think Cronulla are shaping up really well next year. And dude, their backs, Luke Metcalf, I think Manly let him go. Gunn, Connor Tracy,
Snazzy little
Gun.
player.
Jesse Ramian's best footy's ahead of him.
Yeah.
Ronaldo Mulatalo,
Good.
good.
Katawa can do a job.
I
on
don't
the
know
wing.
what they're looking like in the front row.
Well, they're letting go of Aaron Woods, who,
I'll take Aaron Woods.
although
back at the
Aaron
Tigers.
Woods doesn't set the game on fire, but what was that was literally like since he's been at the Sharks, he's
It's just like
missed-
3 games or
yeah,
something.
he's but he does a job. He just takes a hit up.
Yep.
Takes his hit ups.
And it takes 3 or 4 men to get him down.
Yeah, and if he offloads it, that's good. If he doesn't,
He was doing the exact same thing now that he was doing at the Tigers.
oh yeah,
But the media just love, and I'm not going to get into a Tigers rant right now because I could go on forever, but the media love slagging the Tigers. But I like Aaron Woods, and I'd take him back. If he wanted to come home to the Tigers,
to the Tigers.
he could come home.
Yeah, he's pretty good. He's I like him, and he's a good personality. I reckon he'd be a great bloke to have
Good
a beer
bloke.
with.
Yeah,
I
I
reckon
agree.
he'd be so good to have a beer
He'd
with.
rip and tear, probably.
Probably
He's got a kid, won't stop him.
No.
Does he have a kid?
wouldn't stop you.
What is that supposed
I
to
don't
mean?
know. I don't know. That's a bit far away. I don't
Yeah,
know.
Yeah, that's a good 10 years.
That was a bit irrelevant, that comment. But
Play on.
anyway, play on. But yeah, what we think about DC and Adam Reynolds?
DCE, I have been. I don't want to say biggest hater. I'm Mitchell Moses' biggest hater. But I've been saying DCE, and I do kind of stand by the fact that he's probably on a little bit too much money. I don't think there's many, and I think Tom's probably the only $1 million player. Tom and Nathan Cleary.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't think, like $1 million is a lot of money. That's like an eighth of your salary cap for one player.
That is a
But
lot.
DCE the other night for Canberra, mate, ripped and teared. And the thing with him that like you don't notice if you don't watch Manly every week is how well he directs the team around the park.
Yeah,
And I don't watch them every week, so it's easy to just slander him.
I do watch them pretty much every week. Even though I don't go for Manly, but I still watch them every week.
I just don't think I've been giving DC enough credit. He had an unreal game the other night, so I'd just like to reach out publicly and apologise for the slander
And-
over the last 5 years.
And he's
DCE.
welcome on the show anytime. And he's a great bloke.
Yeah, you ran into him, didn't
I've
you?
ran into him a bunch of times. We're actually good friends. I've ran into him a bunch of times at different pubs.
Okay.
And one of them was at our cricket grand final that we won. Didn't actually play. I was 13th man. But anyway, cricket grand final that we won, he was there. He loved the team song when we were cheering the team song. He was like he was like wanting to join in, you could tell. He was loving every second of it. And then he like took photos with a bunch of people.
Nice.
He actually came over and like after we'd finished the song, he came over and said, "Oh hey boys, like what's up? Well done."
Yep.
And stuff.
He seems like a really good guy. When he went on NRL 360,
Mm.
remember when the rule changes came in
Yeah.
about, what was it? What were those initial rule changes? The six.
March, about in March or whatever.
It wasn't the 6 again. It was the other major one
I can't
that went
remember.
back. The head high one, maybe.
Yeah.
Was it that
The
one? Yeah,
crackdown.
that came in on Magic Round,
Mm.
and there was all that stick about the players
Not being good enough.
not
to
being
tackle.
on the right, like not being like disagreeing with the rule changes
Yeah.
and stuff. But DCE
And they were
was
like
very
saying, "Oh, their
Yeah.
technique's not good enough," and blah blah blah.
yeah, and DCE had to confront those dribblers on NRL 360, Buzz and James Hooper.
And we know a dribbler when we see one.
We know a dribbler, obviously.
Being
one.
dribblers, we know one when we see one.
Oh, we know a dribbler.
Yeah.
And DC was very professional in that interview, and I was
Mm.
like, well, my respect went up for him a lot.
Yeah.
I've never hated him, but I'm always like, oh, he's like,
Yeah.
for a Queensland halfback, he's not that good, but he does his job.
But also, he's won Origins. He's won Test matches. He's won a comp.
Won a comp.
He's actually done everything you could want to do in rugby league. So
Look,
he's kind of when they say, "Oh, like criticism. It's like, well, he
Look,
kind of
Yeah.
he's got the credentials that you would actually pay a player that much.
Yeah.
I
Then
think,
again, Chad Townsend's won a comp.
that's true.
With
That's
a
also
great-
true. Chad Townsend probably also a good bloke, but
Oh, seems like an unreal bloke.
as a footy player,
I
he's
don't know
not
how
our
he
favourite. He's not the pod's favourite.
He's not the pod's favourite,
No.
but that's okay.
Yeah, and he's going to the Mighty Cowboys next year.
And look, dude, looking at it now, I'm like, it's not a bad signing.
No.
700K is a lot of money, but
That's a
I
lot.
think it's good for them. They need it. They need something, dude.
Mm.
They've got $2 million a year tied up in Tamalolo and Val Holmes. So they've got $5 million for the other 28 players. Does that check out? Is that right? How much is the salary cap? Or is it like 10 mil?
I'm not sure, to be honest. But that
Do
sounds
your own
right.
research.
Well, because your roster can be, I think it's like,
It's 30 players.
but you can take less, I think.
No, you can't.
You can't take less than 30.
No, I don't think so. At June 30, you have to have 30 players.
We should have probably researched this a little bit.
No.
Maybe next time.
No.
We don't do research here.
No.
No research.
No. But yeah, I've been a big hater of him, and look, he could win a comp with Manly pretty easily at some point over the next couple of years. The way Tom's playing, dude.
Mm.
Look,
We'll look cool, Wadu.
the rest of the
Morgan
media is
Harper.
talking about Tom for us. We don't need to say much about it, but
freak.
ripping
So
and
good.
tearing, freak,
Great
absolute
to watch.
freak. Great to
Mm.
watch. Makes me almost like Manly. But
Mm.
then when their supporters start, I was talking to my dad about this the other day. I was like, I almost started to get behind Manly again.
And what happened?
Then their supporters start getting real lippy. You get like 15, 16 rounds into the comp and there's a little bit of glimmer of hope and all you hear is just non-stop lip from the Manly fans. And I'm like, well, that's why I didn't like you.
And the thing is, though, the worst part is you're like, oh, but they actually could win. You hate it because they're like, oh,
Yeah.
they actually could sneak up and snatch this out of
Yep.
and out of nowhere just snatch this title.
Yeah, they could. And I don't want them to now. I'm a big Melbourne fan, you know this.
I want Panthers. I want to see the boys
Go
get up.
Melbourne. Well, me and Xander, I'm a Tigers fan, Xander's a Dragons fan. We've both done a mutual agreement to put our feet up for the rest of the season after two of the most disappointing losses on the weekend. Our season is over, done, finished.
The last couple of weeks, I've closed my laptop like in the second half of the Dragons games because I'm like, you're kidding me.
Yeah.
Like you.
Yep.
How could like a lot like I've supported them for a long time. I like watching all their games, but just watching them 6 weeks in a row make the same mistakes every week in the second half, you're like, wow, this is hard. And every time you get progressively more frustrated watching it. You're like, because it's games that if they win, they're in the top 8. Like notably the Manly game and the Raiders game they had the game there to win.
Yep.
And they just errors, just like boom, 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 and it was just like, oh my god.
The Tigers are
like,
the same.
Yeah,
Exactly.
the Tigers on the weekend was
Oh
just.
my god! It's like you get a set, you do 3 good hit ups out of your own half, and then your front row loses it on the 4th tackle,
Yeah.
40 out
Or
from
like
the line,
you
and you're
get-
like, sweet.
You
This-
get 2 back-to-back penalties, or like a 6 again, 10 out, and then they just like kick it on the first.
Yep.
And you're like, what are you doing?
Yep.
Or a hit up on the 5th. You're like,
Yep.
Was that a good option?
Look, as a 22-year-old, my hairline is doing very well for supporting the Tigers for the
Yeah.
last 10 years.
You don't have thick locks.
I have thick locks.
Yeah.
I have a lot of locks.
Yeah,
I don't know if they're thick,
Yeah.
but I have a lot of hair.
You're a bit thick.
Stop it. But yeah, look, we're kicking our feet up. Feet are on the table. Go Melbourne. Go Penrith. Bring it home. Defeat Manly. Parramatta are done. South Sydney and Manly the only real chance of beating Melbourne or Penrith, and I don't think they will. I think Manly and South will both have to play grand finals week 1. And then they're going to come up against Parramatta and the Roosters the next week, which won't be an easy game.
I could see the Knights upsetting either one of those teams. I could see the Knights upsetting
Could you?
Para.
Could you?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I think Para will show up. I think they'll dig in. They'll dig in.
It'd be pretty interesting to see. Imagine if Para just go win back-to-back games and just
And get a prelim against Penrith or something.
and they like
Be almost good to see. But then when they got to by the time if they beat 3 teams on the trot and then got to either Melbourne or Penrith in the grand final,
you'd be so tired.
good luck.
Bit gassy, mate.
Oh yeah, it's the beer.
Yeah. Brick Lane,
Apologies.
good beer, max gas.
Max gas. I don't know. I think I'd like swallow improperly or something. I swallow a lot of air. It makes me.
Oh, okay. Drill button. Goodbye.
Fix that in post.
Yeah.
Fix that in post.
Um.
I didn't want to talk about Adam Reynolds as well, though.
Oh yeah, Adam Reynolds.
Okay.
Okay.
So that 40-20 that he kicked on the weekend, I sent
Clutch.
to you.
Lucky but clutch.
Was it lucky? Why was it lucky?
Because it's like he kicks it a little bit. It's like in golf. Like when you hit a shot and it's like you hit it a little bit too hard or you hit it a little bit too soft. You know, it gets caught or it goes out on the full in that scenario. But he got it just right. It's like a good putt. Like you're putting in golf, all right? And you got to get it just right. And, you know, if you get it a little bit too hard, it's going to miss the hole. Too soft, it's going to stop before.
Right.
That scenario.
But he didn't.
I know, but I'm saying he did it. It was lucky in the way that because he hit it just so perfectly.
I don't think it was lucky, dude. Imagine how many times he's done that in the last 20 years. Imagine how many hours he spends at training every week doing that.
Yeah.
You think that was a fluke? Dude, he hit it over the winger, dropped it like 10 centimeters inside the 20 on the short side. His right
I don't
foot.
know about fluke, but I think there was an element of luck in it.
Dude, that was probably one of the best 40-20s I've ever
Oh,
seen.
it was.
I think.
I'm not denying how sensational it was, but I think he was a bit lucky to get it.
I couldn't disagree more. I don't think you can say there's any element of luck to that. That's
look,
what you
the
train
fact
for.
that he hit it was lots of skill, but I'm saying there was a luck element.
How
Like I train in in cricket.
Mm.
I train, or in soccer, you train,
Sure.
but you still get lucky in a game.
Okay.
Like to get in.
So you're saying like if you hit a top corner shot, like
Yeah,
that's kind of lucky.
Yeah, because if you hit it too hard.
Yeah.
If you
No, I hear you. But I don't think you can say it's lucky because they train to hit them more
okay.
consistently and better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It would be lucky if like Nico Hines kicked one like that.
Mm.
Because you'd be like, okay, his kicking game's not that good. How'd he do that?
Adam Reynolds.
But Adam Reynolds is arguably the best pinpoint kicker in the game.
He's pretty good. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, you make a good point.
Do you know what I mean?
Statement redacted.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's good. Open-minded on the podcast.
Yeah.
We'll admit when we're wrong sometimes.
Yeah. Depends what it is.
Depends what we're talking
Depends
about.
what it is.
Well, I'm just
You know what I'm
kicking
not wrong about though?
What's that?
Or I wasn't wrong about?
What?
Tom Starling.
You were not wrong about Tom Starling. And I've apologised to you about this.
Tom Starling, for those who don't know, plays for Canberra Raiders, plays hooker, has been playing 14 this year. It's been about a year where I've been saying, or longer, that I've been G'ing this bloke up as he's pretty good.
Mm.
Like they should play him more or
Yep.
start him. Not saying Josh Hodgson's a bad player because I like him, but
Yep.
I just think he's too good.
Mm.
And then he got his opportunity and he's been absolutely killing
Well,
it.
I'm a big Josh Hodgson fan, who is the hooker in front of Tom Starling.
Yeah.
And I've been saying he's a gun. Like, and people have been saying that for the last 5 years. Like, he was competing with Cameron Smith there.
He was pretty good.
At one
He is
point.
so good. He
and
is
you
a
called
great
it.
player.
And I've said I'm wrong, and you called this early, but you were like, he's washed up, mate. He's done. Get Tom Starling. And I was like, mate,
He's not a hooker anymore.
Tom Starling doesn't, mate. Who is this guy? I've never heard of him. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not listening to you. And he's come in this season, ripped and teared. I'm seeing Josh Hodgson drop the ball while picking up from dummy half, and
Yeah.
I'm like,
Josh
shit, Zander,
Hodgson.
Zander was right.
Josh Hodgson, I'll just say if you're listening that I didn't say you're washed up.
Oh.
Because if Josh Hodgson recognises me on the street, he'll have words
With
with
the,
me.
it's with the greatest respect to Josh Hodgson.
I just think he should play at lock. I think he's better at lock.
Do you? I think he's too. I don't know. He's a gun, dude.
He is good though.
He's still good.
Yeah.
He'd man of steel if he went overseas.
Yeah. Can I just say though, we're talking about footy, but we're biggest armchair experts of all time.
Would you say that?
Like
Like I said, I think our genetics robbed us of
Yeah.
the rugby league
of the
career.
opportunity.
So look, you could call us armchair experts if you want.
And you'll learn this episode we're talking about footy. We didn't really talk about a lot of sport this episode, but in coming episodes you'll hear a lot of
Mate,
sport talk.
Look, supporting the Tigers for 10 years, I may as well have played 200 first grade games.
You've been through it all.
I've seen it all.
You've had a lot of
a lot of
experience.
lows. A lot of lows.
A lot of highs.
Bounce back, mate.
Benji Marshall's
Always.
2006 final.
2005.
2005.
Come
Sorry.
on, please get it
I was testing you.
right. Anyway,
That flick pass.
yeah.
Oof.
Oh, don't-
Oof. Bunda.
Bunda. He has
So
a bit
good.
of an ass, Benji Marshall.
Yeah. There's a lot of cake. There's a lot of cake on the rugby league circuit.
You reckon it's the best cake in the NRL?
Teddy.
He does.
You got great. You got definitely.
He answered that one pretty quick.
Yeah. What? What?
Teddy, wait, what?
I mean, let me think about it.
Now let me think. Can we get back to it?
yeah,
next week?
yeah.
Can we do some research?
Just give us next week. I'll come back to you next week. Let it marinate.
Oh,
Ah,
Papa.
who? Big.
Papali'i.
Yeah, but he's like just a big unit. But like Teddy's a big unit, but like
Teddy's thick.
he's got a dumper.
He's got
An absolute dumper.
He does have a dumper.
Yeah. Oh.
But yeah, I just can't believe South are letting Adam Reynolds go. He's literally in the form of his life. This is the best year I've ever seen him have.
I know. He's so good.
Shout out Brisbane for picking him up.
Yeah, good stuff. Benny Eichen making moves.
We love
up
Benny
in Bris
Eichen.
Vegas.
We love Benny Eichen.
We do love Benny. He's welcome anytime.
He's what, sorry?
A lot of invites have been extended in this first episode. We've had a lot of invites go out.
Should we handwrite them as well?
Yeah. And send them to them.
We'll clip them and send them to them on Instagram.
I think so. Just every invite that they get. Just send it. Yeah.
Should we do a couple more while we're here?
Yeah.
Dua Lipa.
Dua Lipa.
Just off the top of my head, someone random. Dua Lipa.
Oh, I haven't thought about that one. Oh, you love Dua Lipa.
I do love Dua Lipa.
Yeah.
Can you blame me?
A bit more than you should.
Mate, 10 weeks into
You've got a bit of
lockdown.
an attachment to
10 weeks into lockdown. Work with me.
Yeah, true. Do love her songs. They're bangers.
Yeah, dude. Anyone
So-
who says they don't like Dua Lipa, like, grow up.
Kidding yourself.
What are you talking about? Do you
Love
remember the day you pulled up to me at work? Like, I was in the car about to start. Like, we both started at 5 o'clock this day. I'd pulled up. I was sitting in my car just on my phone because I was a bit early. And I see Zander's Astra, like, coming down the car park, like, blaring music. And he pulls up next to
Windows
me, like,
down.
winds the window down, and Dua Lipa's blaring. He's like, "Oi, do you like Dua Lipa?" And I was like, "Yeah, dude."
Yeah. Yeah, who the
Imagine Dua Lipa at the NRL Grand Final.
Oh, that would actually be like just on the fact that would be unreal entertainment. Like that's like a little concert. I would pay the overpriced NRL Grand Final ticket to go and see that.
Oh, it's 2 in 1, isn't it?
Yeah,
Dua Lipa concert and, Penrith Melbourne game. This grand final this year is going to be unreal. I'm so
I'm
keen for it.
no
I was
offense to
thinking
Jessica Malboy, but I like Jessica Malboy, but she's done the NRL Grand Final a couple times.
Mm.
Maybe not this year.
Maybe not. Who was it last year? Wasn't it someone weird?
It's always someone weird. They always get Cole Chisel has probably done it about 8 times. Or just Jimmy Barnes himself has been. Just Jimmy Barnes himself has done at least 8, I reckon.
He's a Tigers fan,
Is he?
He was on
Yeah, right.
Tales from Tiger Town.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he was.
I haven't watched since the first episode. I've been a bit lazy.
That's all right.
I'm
you
sorry.
look.
I'm sorry.
That's fine.
I'm sorry.
I'll let you off. I didn't watch them until a couple weeks after anyway.
Tales of Tiger Town. I love those sport documentaries.
They're so good. Apparently the Sunderland one's really good.
Yeah, Sunderland Tie Dye. There's the City one, the Tottenham one,
Mm.
the Arsenal one will be good.
I haven't watched. Have you watched the Tottenham one? Is that on Amazon?
No, apparently it's really good.
Yeah, I love Son. He might be one of my favorite
Yeah.
footballers. I reckon.
He's a freak. But yeah, the Arsenal one is just gonna be them in shambles.
The Tigers are the Arsenal are the Tigers of the Premier League. Tell me they're not.
Oh, true.
They're like every year.
But
There's like hope, and they should be good.
But to be honest, Tigers have a coach, and like their coach isn't. Like
But when they had
Arsenal have like a
Wenger.
problem with.
When they had Wenger, even. I'm just saying, like they're
Yeah,
the
I know what
chaos-
you mean though.
you know what
I
I
know
mean?
it's similar.
The
There's a
chaos
lot of
is similar.
similarities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have City and United both dropped points already?
Yeah. But City
They lost
were
to
like
Tottenham.
8th last year after like
Oh yeah, I know.
after like a couple of weeks, and
yeah.
then they won a ridiculous
Yeah.
amount of games on the trot,
Yeah,
and then they just recovered.
Chelsea looked good on the weekend.
Chelsea
I'm a Chelsea fan, a plastic one at that, but
will win something. Oh, the battery just ran out on the
the
camera.
battery's low. Did it run out?
Yeah. There's battery.
That's annoying. All right,
Alright.
the camera battery's dead.
The camera battery.
That's probably
another
an omen.
another intermission.
We should wrap it up.
But that's an omen. Saying
That's
wrap
an
up
omen.
the first one, gents.
That was
Good
only
stint.
20. That was only like 25 minutes of sport.
Yeah, we could talk a lot more, but I feel like
Dude,
first
we
one
could go for hours.
we could go for a long time, and I don't even know where that first hour went.
What did we talk about?
I don't know. We're gonna have to listen to it back and see what happened because I'm intrigued. I'm confused. And a little bit nervous as to what we said.
I feel good about it. We did talk about Batman. I remember that.
Yeah, Narrabeen Lake.
Yeah, we'll circle back to it. Anyway, if you've made it this far, thanks for coming.
Thanks for listening. Appreciate it. I went to look at the camera, but it's off. But yeah, thanks for listening.
Many good things to come.
Mm.
I'm going to try to do it every week. Going to try to do it early in the week, post-weekend.
When everything's fresh.
And when things are back to normal, we will have a bit of a recap. Like there'll be
Weekly recap.
There'll be shit going on, so...
It's hard to recap when all you've been doing is...
Yep.
I was gonna
Don't.
No, I don't know. It's hard to recap when all you've been doing is uni, playing Xbox,
Yeah.
and, working out and sleeping.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Use the term working out loosely.
yeah,
Loosely.
very loosely.
I know my massive rig is a bit deceptive, but look.
A bit of double meaning there, but yeah, it's Thank you for listening. It's been hopefully good, hopefully entertaining.
I hope so.
Tune in next week. More to come. Thank you, listeners.
This has been Cody and Zander. Have a good one.
Signing out.